on tonight. I'm excited about the topic, what we're going to be discussing on tonight. Dating after 40 is different.
Ah,
It's
my.
different.
Woo! That's a whole nother beast.
What? And I
Yeah,
wasn't ready for it, but it's here.
that part.
It's
That
here.
part. Woo wee. Lord have mercy. Be
I
with
know,
us,
right?
Jesus.
So that's
What?
what we're going to be talking about on tonight. We thank you all for joining us. You all see, I have my lovely co-host coming on in. We have Chrissy in the middle and Sharon on the
Hi.
end. Hey, everybody. And we make up the hosting panel of Church Girl Rants, where we talk about everything that has to do with singleness, single women, single issues, people issues, church issues, life issues, all issues. We are going to
Yes.
talk about it here on Church Girl Rant. So if you are joining us, if you haven't said hello, say hello in the comments so that we can greet you. Also, be sure to share this. If you are over 40 and you are single, if you know somebody that's over 40 and they are single, if you are married and you have some good advice to give the singles over 40, we are here for it. We're going to be talking about that on this evening. But before we do,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Woo!
before we do, y'all
That
know
sounds like a danger.
we have to tackle the question of the day. Now, our question of the day, they are random questions that I come up with either from something I see on social media, something that I'm talking to someone about that I think would be a good topic. And I'll tell you all this. Hey, Frida, thanks so much for joining.
Hey, Frida.
Hello.
Let me tell y'all this. They never know what the question of the day is going to be. So y'all are
No.
getting their live responses. Like, of course, I know what the question is going to be, but they don't know. So when you hear Chrissy and Sharon respond, that is straight off the cuff.
Woo!
It's straight off the cuff. And so I was scrolling on Instagram.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
And so I'm going to
Lord
put this
Jesus.
question up there. And so it's gonna cover our faces, but you'll see. I always like y'all to see it that I'm not making this stuff up. This is real happenings out here in these streets. And one of the people that I follow on Instagram is Anthony O'Neill. He's a financial expert. He used to be part of the Dave Ramsey team, and he talks a lot about relationships as well. And he put this post up, I believe it was sometime last week, and he asked the question. And so I'm gonna put this up, and I'm gonna read it, and I'm ask the ladies on the panel to give me their take on it. Then I want you all in the comments to tell me how you all feel about it as well. So this was from a woman that posted this on Twitter, and she says, "Stop disrespecting these women and asking them to marry you with these 1 carat rings. If you cannot afford a ring, 3 carats or better, approximately $3,500, you cannot afford a wife. It's bigger than being materialistic. It's about being able to see with your third eye. Now, I don't know how many eyes she got, but anyway, she said with your third eye. It's about being able to read in between the lines. Marriage is a business. I want y'all to underscore that. Marriage is a business, whether y'all like it or not. Disney messed y'all heads up with the happily ever after phrase. You cannot start a business without some type of financial backing. What can we do for each other? If you don't have enough money to spend on an inanimate object such as a ring, you're not ready to be investing in a business, i.e., marriage. Get back to the drawing board.
That's the
Oh,
Now,
my.
listen. I gotta do. Uh-oh.
so y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Not a 1 carat ring, a 3 carat or better ring. You need to at least have $3,500 that you're willing to invest, or according to this young lady, you are not ready to be married. What y'all think?
Woo! Go,
And y'all let us
Chrissy.
know in the comments too what you think.
Listen, I actually lost connection and just got back on. I was frozen the whole time. So
Is
I
that how
think
you
Sharon,
felt with the? No, I'm just.
no, no. So I think Sharon needs to start because I had to come back. Because I had to come back in.
3 carats or more, or don't even try it.
Oh my. Um. Wow. That's a demand.
Yeah.
That's not a ask. That's a demand.
Basically.
Um. So I guess we would go back to our original list of what you desire. So it
True.
seems like that's a part of her list. And I guess I can't beat her up about what she wants from her list. You know, sometimes we want what we want when we want them. Now, whether she gets it, I I don't know. But here's the thing. Um, Sometimes when we look at the person that we think if they are not able to afford what it is that we desire on our list, we may not be looking into their heart or into their spirit or
Right.
what they
Yeah.
could be. You
Right.
know, sometimes people just you never know. You may be that person that gives him that nudge,
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
always go back to the movie, which it was a crazy movie, but it started out kind of good. But I always go back to Acrimony with
Oh
Okay.
Taraji
yeah.
P.
Okay.
Henson in it.
Mhm.
I always go back to that particular movie because she was with him, you know, from the time that he was trying to figure stuff out. Yeah, he spent a lot of money. Yeah, he blew stuff up. Yeah, they lost the house and everything like that. But if she would have just held on just a little while, hold on. No, if she would have just held on just a little while longer, you
Mhm.
know but here's the thing, not even that she held on a little while longer. The other woman came and
Right.
she just gave him that chance. She just gave him that extra push, that nudge. So
Right.
she saw beyond where he was to what he could be. So
Right.
he may not be able to start out with
Right.
the $3,500 ring, or the
Yeah.
over carat ring, or what have you. But that doesn't mean that if you just believe in him and help him to believe in himself, that doesn't mean that he will never get there. Now, if
Right.
you
Yeah.
just see that the Joker is lazy, he don't want to work, he don't want to pay no
That's
bills,
different.
he don't
Yes.
want to do anything like that, then yeah, check out, go, run. Like the
Mhm.
Bible says, flee quickly. But that's not everybody's story. There are
Right.
those people out here that just need somebody to believe in them. Not
Right.
just men, but women too.
Right.
We have not met
Yeah.
our full potential. And so
Mhm.
we don't know what our potential husbands can come in, and the nudge, that togetherness, the unity that they bring to us that we may not get to while we're single. We
Right.
never know
Mm-hmm.
what we can achieve once we have somebody that comes together with
Very
us
true.
in unity.
True.
So I don't think that we should try to compartmentalize somebody or put them in
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
box to say, if you can't do this, then you're not ready to invest in marriage. Because
Right.
investing in marriage she said it's like a business. I don't always go in business emotionally,
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
but
That's right.
I'm gonna need all of my emotions when I go in marriage.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I myself personally would not equate that to a business. I wouldn't equate. Now, is marriage work? Yes, you have to put in the work. But is it like a business? No. I could walk away from a business. I could walk away from the impact writing services at
Very
any
true.
moment I get ready.
Right.
But with a marriage, you should not have the knack or just get up one day and decide that you want to walk away.
Right.
So equating a marriage to a business, yeah, that's a no for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a no for me.
Yeah.
So
What you
yeah,
think,
that's my
Chrissy?
take on it.
Good take. Good take.
All right. So for me, in regards to that, yeah, I thought it was a little materialistic. But then you know what? And then I'm sitting here just thinking about it. I mean, there are so many different levels of people and how they think and how, because someone would probably have thought that 3,000 she talking about is too low. you
Right.
know
Right.
Right.
Somebody would say the ring needs to at least be 100,000. So it depends on, I think, where we are, but I most
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't base it on the ring at all. It's more about the man's heart. I mean, it's so much other
Yeah.
things got to be there, because just looking at what that post was saying, she looked more materialistic than anything.
Right.
And I mean, if you're gonna base it on that, but he's an amazing man who would
Yeah.
treat her well, who would do all these amazing things. And you mean to tell me that because he gets you maybe a ring that was $1,000,
Mm-hmm.
that
Right.
that that you wouldn't give this man a chance? I
Right.
mean,
Correct.
so to me, it was actually a little petty. It
Mm-hmm.
was something that I just would never do. But hey, I mean, if that, then sometimes I say, well, to each his own. Hopefully, like Sharon said, she could find somebody that that will be okay with that. But I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you, a good, decent man, that he's a wise man, that he's an intelligent man, would have probably looked at it and said, I wouldn't be interested in her.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So I mean, it's so many ways to look at it. It's so many ways to look at it. But yeah, no, that would most definitely be a no go. Now I can say for myself, I did go and try on like some $9,000, $10,000 rings just to see what it looked like on my hand. But
Mm-hmm.
again, that was just to try it. And the ring I got the first time was probably about 250,
Mm-hmm.
but that was coming from a good spot.
Right.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Now, right.
Right.
And here's what I didn't like how she said, stop disrespecting these women.
Yeah, that's
Um,
a
Yeah.
little
because I was
much.
like, the size of the ring is not is not a disrespect
Mm-mm.
if that's what he can afford. If
Can
I am
Correct.
afford.
dating a man for any length of time, I know his financial picture pretty much,
Yeah,
unless he
yeah.
pretending. Unless he
Right.
false said it, I don't really know the back end of it, but I pretty much kind of know where he is financially. And so if I'm dating a guy, I know whether or not he can technically,
Yeah,
I'm saying that,
yeah.
technically afford a 1 carat ring or 3 carat ring, and I don't judge his person by what his ability to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So
Correct.
for me, I didn't like her tone.
Mm-mm.
Basically saying, I need y'all to stop, playing us with these little rings. Which,
Right.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
newsflash. For most people, a 1 carat ring is a nice ring. I don't know where
It
she
is.
live, but I don't
Right.
know too many women that be like, just a carat? Oh my God.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm tripping off of that.
Right.
Like, do we want nice big rings, fellas? Yeah, we do. We ain't gonna lie. Yeah, as big as you can afford it, go for it.
Right.
But I'm not gonna discount you because I
Because
cannot, because I can't start with
Yeah.
the ring I want in the future. I mean,
exactly.
what we build
And I don't
together,
want
we
you
may
to
be
start
able to
in
do
debt.
that. Right.
That's good.
That
Starting in
that
debt.
that could be a down payment on our house.
Because some men are still,
Right.
some men will say, just to get her that ring, they're still paying on the ring, and they've been married now
Correct.
for a year, 2 3 years,
Yep.
and they're still paying on a ring just so everything can look good, the engagement can look good, she could be happy and going
Right.
going like this the whole time, like holding the finger up all like this and doing everything just so she could show that ring. But
And you still in an apartment, or you're still renting. You don't have anything
give me
that you
a
can
house.
invest in that can give you a return.
Right.
You don't
Yes,
have an asset, you have a liability. And
Yeah.
so
exactly.
you can't take off what you pay for an apartment on your taxes. that's not you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
so you're happy about having this over a carat ring or what have you, but what's your assets?
True.
It goes back to what we talked about the other week about Tiffany Haddish and the apartment building.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's
it
it's
it,
Yeah.
it kind
it's
of
what you
coincides with that.
value. It's what you value. Would you
Yeah.
rather have a 1 carat ring and a 1,000,000 carat man, or would you rather have a 1,000,000 carat ring and a 1 carat man? Like, what do you want? You
Right.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I just say don't judge a man's heart by, you know, his ability to buy you a dime that you can floss with your
And,
girlfriends.
and listen, I was trying to think of the movie. Lord, I can't think of the movie. The sister song and Whitney Houston was the mother. I can't think of it. And the older sister, who was like the lead singer, Mike Epps played in the movie too. But
I don't know
the
this one.
lead sister, she could really, really sing. And the guy, it was this guy, he was real interested in her, and he brought a box with a fake ring in it to kind of just say that he wants to get that for her one day. Then Mike Epps
Hmm.
comes in, and because he's like the top, I don't know if he was a producer or whatever he was supposed to be, and he was laughing at that and telling her that he could do this, and that for her. Well, she went with the this, and that. When the other gentleman said, "I want to get this for you one day," she went with
Right.
that, and he abused her. He did everything, and I started thinking that if she had stayed with the guy who was something that's what he would have worked towards, he would have loved
Right.
and cherished her. But sometimes people are stuck on the material.
Yeah, that's
I
so
can't I
true.
Yeah.
can't think of the name of the movie. I can't think of the name of the movie, but I remember that scene.
Yeah, I don't remember that one, but you're right. We have
I can't
to
think of the
figure
name.
out what matters.
Star. I think it's Star or something like that. I'm thinking
Star?
Sparkle. Sparkle.
Sparkle,
Oh,
The
sparkle.
Sparkle.
Okay,
movie
Was it
Sparkle.
Sparkle?
that's
That
one.
was in the movie
Okay.
Sparkle.
Okay, Sparkle. I remember
One.
that movie Sparkle. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
because
good
Bishop
movie.
redid that.
Huh?
I think Bishop redid that.
Okay, he redid Sparkle.
I think
Okay.
so.
Okay, I'm
With
thinking of the
Whitney. Yeah,
original.
I think he was a producer or something on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just have to. What do you value? To me, that says what you value. But anywho,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the topic at hand:
Woo.
dating over 40. My Instagram post I put, it's hard out here in these streets, these single save streets. It's different. It's yeah, especially once you get a certain age.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. So I want to ask you all the question: do you think that it is harder to date once you cross that 40 line than it is before that? Is it harder um, successfully dating after 40? Ooh, Chrissy, look at
I'm
your
getting
face.
tickled because I feel I feel a Chrissy Chronicle coming on right now. I feel it. I
Did you
feel
see
it
her
down there.
face? I'm
My
like,
na
oh
na.
man.
No, I mean,
Jennifer says no.
Oh
you
gosh.
listen. At this moment, I'm still waiting to date in my 40s. I haven't
Okay.
had a date since. Well, I mean, because I just turned 41 this year. I
Okay.
didn't date when I was in my 40, and
Well,
I'm
the
41. I
pandemic,
still
yeah.
haven't had a date yet. I had a relationship that ended when I was 39, so it was before I turned 40. So I'm still trying to figure that piece out as to what would it mean to be dating in my 40s. I just want to go out on a date, but I don't want to just be any. I don't want it to be any kind of date. I mean, and let me just say, because I'm 41, I did have a gentleman that just was about 2 weeks ago. He said, he says, I really would like to take you out. And he was in his 20s. And the first thing I thought about was how Stella got her groove back and how somebody would be
I
looking
looked
at
at that
me.
the other day.
And somebody would be, because I haven't been considered a cougar. So I don't know. It is like, for me, I'm like, now he's in his 20s and I'm in my 40s and I got braids and stuff too. and somebody gonna be mixing this thing up and gonna be like, "Is this your son?" But the gentleman, he was just straight up. He says, "I like you, and I would love to take you out on a date." And then just the other day, he messaged back, "I love you." So he went from liking to loving me. And I'm like, okay, well, but I have yet to still date in these streets at 40 years old. And I didn't know if I should have a 20-something-year-old as my first date in my 40s. I don't know.
Go for it.
Look, wow.
Okay, I want you to answer that question. And then, Jennifer, I do see your question. That's why I put it up here, because we're going to talk about that one next. Do you think it's harder after 40 to date?
Sharon?
Look, I just came on here because I was supposed to show up. I didn't say that I had an answer to the question tonight. Because look, I'm just going to go ahead and embarrass myself outright. I have been single since I was about 33.
Oh.
I don't know what that looks like anymore.
Me either.
That whole dating scene, that right there,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that looks like, y'all. I mean, have I gone out and had wonderful dinners and things of that nature? Yes, I have, but I can tell you now, I get bored quickly. So I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know how to date anymore. Huh?
You have a lot of first dates.
I have had first dates, but it's just like, oh, that was cute.
But that's a date. I haven't even had that.
Well, I mean, but it's been 22 years, honey. I can still count on one hand how many that was.
and okay.
And may have some fingers left over. No, I'm serious.
And it's so funny that we're talking about this. And before I give my comment, I see Tamika says, "Hey, Tamika," she says, "Don't discount the young guys. My friend is now married to one she met in Jamaica. She did get her groove back."
Stella, there you go.
And I'm gonna tell y'all.
I think
story.
I would try it. I would try it, maybe.
I was talking to my parents and my sister the other day, and no, this was a conversation with my sisters. My parents weren't in this conversation, and I told them, I said I almost would prefer a younger man. I almost would prefer someone younger than myself for a whole lot of reasons. But so Tamika, I'm not discounting the young man at all.
Me either.
I would try it. I would try it. Oh, and then into the other question, would you date someone outside your race?
Well, hold on.
Yes.
We gonna get there.
Oh, okay. I mean, it was up.
She done ran. Chrissy gone. She done answered the question. She done ran and answered the question.
Well, here's my take on that question. For me, I think it is harder for me mentally because I'm like, the pandemic is like, I ain't been on no dates. I ain't been, I came in the house and sat down. But yes, Jennifer, Chrissy is ready.
That's hilarious.
So, I think when I say it's mentally harder for me, because I think the older you get, the more set in your ways you become.
Oh, absolutely.
So you don't, where when I was younger, I'd be like, oh, it's just dinner, let's go out. Now I'm like, I ain't got time. Be wasting my time. And
that's
so
funny.
For me, I have to get my mind right.
Yeah.
I got to mentally recalibrate and get ready. So for me, it's harder mentally to shift to, okay, let's date and let's see what you're about and that whole whatever. But for me, it's a little more difficult. Okay, yeah. So now, Christy, we ready. We gonna go to the next question. Then would you consider dating outside of your race?
Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Would that be a yes?
Yes.
How about you, Sharon? Would you?
Absolutely, because I just look at it as humans.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we have different shades and different
Right.
hues and things of that nature, but yeah, I wouldn't mind. Oh, we got trouble. We got trouble on the line. She
Say it
is
fast. Say it
back.
fast.
She is back. Jesus.
Don't wait. Just say it now. Say it now. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, but yes, I don't mind at all. If somebody outside of my race wanted to date me and he clothed in his right mind,
Yeah.
yeah.
That you
Robin
gotta
says
check.
she's back.
That you gotta check.
Okay, y'all. Okay, now this is me.
Cause
I don't know. And here, and it's so funny that, and this is what my parents and my sister, we had this conversation last night, and I was like, y'all, I don't know, I would like in my mind to say that I don't discriminate as far as dating. I said, he got to be mixed with black. You gotta be like white and black. Or white mama like that, or Hispanic and black.
so he gotta have some black.
You gotta have some black because I'm blackity black, right?
So he
It is, and the Lord knows, it is my preference
yeah.
to date a black man, to marry.
I don't have a preference.
That's my preference. I
don't have a
I don't have what ain't mixed with black.
Right.
Okay, let me clarify that. One of his parents.
Has to be black.
But and saying all of that, I would not exclude it. It's just not my preference. My first go-to when I'm thinking about a man that I would like to connect with on that level is a black man. I like I said, I won't exclude it, but I'd be thinking about it.
Some of my biggest crushes have been white preppy men. So
Okay.
I'm gonna be open to it all.
All right.
I love it, Jennifer.
Yes,
I
girl.
love that.
She said I
Yeah.
was dating them all.
Oh, at one time.
And that was all she dated until she met her husband. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
3 months before proposing,
I love that.
She was ready.
Okay.
Is this my Jennifer? See, I don't know whether that's my Jennifer
I
or
think
not
this is
from
Jennifer
Alabama.
from down south. One of my friends' friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
She said they treated her like a queen. Okay, but I just couldn't. Yeah, and I don't know what that is. That's just
Yeah.
Clinton, we are praying for you. Praise the Lord. Amen.
Yes, we
will
are.
definitely be praying for you.
Amen.
Okay, she said don't exclude it.
I will
won't-
not.
I won't exclude it. I won't exclude
Look,
it.
I know Chrissy definitely will not, honey.
Miss
Trust
Fast
and
talking.
believe
Yes,
that.
yes.
I am very
And it's
open.
almost like
I'm very
that sounds like Chrissy's preference, doesn't it?
Because
Outside of my
just remember, I had a gentleman of another race anyway said to me, I know you only been with black men, but you need to try a different flavor. And he wanted me to know it was time to try a different flavor other than black men.
Was he
So
trying to tell you something?
He possibly.
You didn't miss nothing, did you? You didn't miss the clue.
I know. Come on now.
So Boaz
Okay,
treated
come
her
on
like
with
a
the
queen. She
Bibles.
was not of his persuasion. No, she
There you
was
go.
not. No, she was not. Yeah. So the door isn't closed. It's just like it's but it's only cracked a little bit.
Mine is wide open
Wide
with a
open.
sign that says welcome.
You know, the only thing is that you have to make sure that you're prepared from the negative connotations or the
Mm-hmm.
Right.
negativity that comes from the world.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So when you do date outside of your race, when you do date outside of your race, you just have to make sure
Yes.
that you're ready.
True. True.
That
Very
you're
true.
ready to, hear all the craziness, whether you're
Uh-huh.
going to give answer to it or whether you're going to
Right.
ignore it, and that you all have had that conversation.
Absolutely.
Now
Mm-hmm.
that's when communication is definitely key,
Yes.
because there are going to be issues that come up, politically,
Oh yeah.
financially, things of that nature. All of these issues has the potential to come up, and so you definitely
Yes.
have to have, communication on every single topic. You can't let
Yeah.
anything go, and
Yeah.
you have to be honest.
Right.
And I actually did. There was a gentleman. It was in my 20s. I was at University of South Florida, and I would come back and forth home, and we actually started working together. And he was a white guy. I think he was more Italian, but he was a white guy. And we just kind of started liking each other. And I got my hair done and came to work one day, and he stood up right in the middle of just everybody, and he says, "I don't date black girls, but Chrissy, I'll date you." And then from that point, we started kind of, connecting. But then me
Mm-hmm.
and him had the conversation, and that's when he was telling me. He says it will be real hard for us because his father was a sheriff or something in another little
Wow.
town, one of these little towns. He said my father hates black people, and so he was
Wow.
saying that even though we liked each other because we did, that he wouldn't want to take it no further because he wouldn't want anything to happen
Right.
to me. So then at that point, even though we liked each other,
Mm-hmm.
we had to just cut it. I mean, he was one of those white boys that had the big trucks that set up high that would go doing that. They would be out there in the mud like this was that type white boy.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so
Yeah.
it was one of those things, that we liked each other, but then that crush went ahead and faded away. But that was in my 20s. Yeah.
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 And to me, that would be, especially in the climate that our
Mm-hmm.
country is in right now, and not just our
Exactly.
country, that the world is in right now, when it comes to racial disparities and racial
Yeah.
issues, that is going to be not just an issue like it used to be, it's heightened
Mm-hmm.
now. And
Mm-hmm.
walking through that, and for me, it would be something I wouldn't want to deal with. But
Mm-hmm.
like my mom said last night, love knows no color. Love doesn't have those
Exactly.
kind of boundaries or anything like
Correct.
that. So if you're able to be open to all colors and cultures, then that's a plus for you, because that means the dating pool for you is expanded. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's not as
Mm-hmm.
small. And I
Mm-hmm.
see Jennifer saying that was always an issue. I guess when
Mm-hmm.
she was dating them. How do y'all feel about brothers dating non-black women?
Well,
Um, this is my take, and then y'all tell me. For me, I don't have an issue with it. The only time that it ever really bothered me, y'all pray for a sister, is that when I believe, this is totally my belief, that they told me
mm-hmm.
this because half of the people that did it, I don't know them, is when I think it becomes this status thing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
not just
Same
I
here.
fell in love with her and she just happens to be of another race.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
that part kind of rubs me the wrong way, where I think you just did it because now you want a trophy
The status.
to,
Yeah.
to say something. But if you fall in love with somebody that's not of your race, then y'all do what you do. But I
Yeah.
mean, have a good time. But the only issues that I've seen is some of our upwardly mobile black men. To me, like I said, y'all, this is my opinion. It's not in the Word of God nowhere. Sometimes I feel it's a status symbol, and not that I just looked for
I feel the same.
I looked for love, and she was who I fell in love with.
And I kind of agree with you on that because, like I said, I don't have an issue with it. I think for me, I would love to just see more of our successful black men have a black woman, because a lot of the times you see so many of them who will reach, like you were saying, they reach a certain place, and then you look to see who what woman has them, and a lot of times it's not us.
Right.
And so you try to say, okay, well, what was wrong with us? Because some of us are then because some of us women, we are educated black women, we are successful, but whatever the case is, they still will not choose us when they reach a certain level. And so that's the only issue I have with it. Don't because they're trying to find maybe this trophy wife or this thing, or like, oh, I have arrived, so this is what I'm gonna do. But if you really love somebody and you just fell in love, hey, that's different. But I think we just see it so much in society. A lot of our men who are at these levels up here, they just don't have the black woman on their arm. And so that's the only thing that I find a little problem with. But other than that, love who you love, and and if it's real love, and if it's not for status purposes. Yeah.
Yeah. And y'all remember earlier I talked about this YouTube phenom. Well, I'll call him that. He does relationship coaching, whatever, and he talked about how very very successful men, very very successful black men. Now these his words, these not mine. Um, Very very successful black men a lot of times don't want or prefer black women, especially black educated, black successful women, because they would prefer a woman that is not driven like that. They want someone to stay home, raise kids, and see him as their king and whatever. So they don't really want strong women as
Mm-hmm.
wives. And so I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what he had said.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know.
Oh Lord.
It says one black man's
Okay.
garbage is a white man's treasure. So don't treat this like trash now. Okay, let's go. Let me ask this question. What do you think are the major barriers or hindrances to dating later in life? What are some of the things that stop you from being successful? Yes, Robin, it is. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh
So if y'all
gosh.
want
Okay.
to see what he's saying, check him out on YouTube. He has
He
quite a
he, he
following.
is he is
He,
something else.
yeah, he's, yeah. I'm gonna just leave that right there.
I'm good.
Sharon's quiet. I'm good.
Yeah, he's a character. But anywho, and a lot of people, especially men,
Mm,
listen to and really like the stuff
him.
and agree with what he's saying, and a lot of women
Wow.
too. I'm just like, okay, moving right along. But
Yeah, it's shenanigans.
mhm,
Mm,
It's just you know
mm,
sheer shenanigans, and
yeah,
but because he does things like that, sometimes the unfortunate part is we're drawn to stuff like that.
yep.
mhm,
Yep.
And when we put the wood on the fire, it just makes the fire bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and so the more attention he gets, the worse it's going to get.
right. I want to
And
give y'all this quote. Hold on.
the kind of things that he's going to continue to say and continue to do and things of that nature. And yeah, I yeah, I'm good. Did I say that before? Yeah, I'm good.
Oh man, I can't think of.
Funny.
Let me see. I saw this quote on. Here it is. Thank the Lord. Um, I was watching. I don't know if you all are familiar with Jerry Flowers. He and his wife have a ministry in Houston, and he had this conference last week. And one of the guys that was on this panel, they were talking about relationships and men and blah blah blah. He made this quote that I thought was just amazing. It says, "Kings and clowns draw the same amount of attention."
Hmm.
Hmm.
Kings and
And clown.
clowns draw the same amount of attention. You just have to
Yeah.
make sure that you aren't listening, or that you don't have a king. I mean, a clown, and you think he's a king. So
Yeah.
just because someone has a huge following, just because they have huge social media presence, does
Yeah.
not mean that the advice that they are giving is sound. It doesn't mean that it is
Exactly.
healthy just because a lot of people flock to it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
All right,
But the
Kendra.
unfortunate part is that you have so many people out there that are believing and are, yielding
Mm.
to the things that he is saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy part about it is,
Yeah.
now when somebody tries to come to me, or one of those guys who have, been programmed by all of the rhetoric that he has given, now I got to sit here and try to deprogram your behind. No, I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that. That's
Yeah.
too much. That's too much effort. So
Yeah. So true.
if that's where you get your stuff from, is that if that is your source,
Mhm.
then maybe you could need to get someone who will, go with you on that. But yeah, that would not be me.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
have to, if you have to see what was in the core of a person, because if a man is listening to someone like that and they're falling for it, that means that was somewhere in them
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
already. Because a sound
Absolutely.
man is going to listen to that and be like, mm-mm, no, 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 we not rocking with that. We don't think like that. A man that knows the true value of a woman, especially a black woman and what she brings to the table, is not
Yeah.
going to be listening to that madness and fall prey to whatever.
Exactly.
So people can only move you by what's already in you.
Hmm.
So yeah,
That's true.
we not listening to
I guess it's not in me
just
because
because.
I haven't heard anything.
Hmm.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like the men that would listen to him be like, "Oh yes, go." That was
Right.
in them already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They felt like that already. They just have somebody that validates it now. And yes,
Yep.
it
And
will.
and
I
now,
know
now he
so
can
many
bring it
men
out.
that do not agree with
Yeah.
nothing he say. So, uh, just because it is, you know, proliferated places doesn't mean that everybody agrees with it. Um, so she said there are many who prefer strong women like you. Send them Jesus. Because I don't see myself diminishing. Now,
Yeah.
there is a softer side of me that a lot of people don't get to see, but I don't see me hiding the strong side of me. I need somebody that can deal with both sides of me. I'm
That's
not
so
one
true.
dimensional.
Yeah.
So,
How is your
And
flirt button these days? Because we had talked.
girl, it still sucks.
Oh,
I'm telling y'all, I need classes. So all of y'all
okay.
married women that are watching, I need y'all to inbox me some flirting instructions, some flirting tips, and just you don't have to do it like here right now. Just send me some
Look,
secret sauce.
look, not just the married women. There are single. There are a lot of us. Look, there are a lot of us single women that know how to flirt too.
She said, when y'all
exactly.
holding the flirt classes, I need to be enrolled in the flirt class. Me and Robbie, she said, I'll pay. I need a flirt class.
I know. Look,
I
I know
flunked
I
Robin
can
driving,
is
flirt.
not talking.
obviously, so I need the flirt class.
Come on, I know Robin
I
is
can
not
flirt
talking. She would
now.
be she
I
would
can
be an
flirt.
Oh,
instructor.
Chrissy,
She
we
would
know
Okay.
you
definitely.
can flirt. We
Yeah,
we
she
are
Huh?
would be an
we are
instructor.
not. We know
Wait,
that
Yeah.
Cheryl.
Chrissy. No, no,
What
ma'am.
did
No, ma'am. Don't even pretend. Don't even.
what did you
Yeah,
say,
Chrissy would be
Cheryl?
an instructor
Now
too.
she trying to act like she can't flirt. Or she don't. Oh, I me flirt. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I
Chrissy
can
would
flirt now.
definitely be an instructor too.
Yes.
Ro-
I'm signing up for the class. Wherever y'all holding it.
Let's just put it this
Okay.
way: men like compliments, and when you could give a man compliments and just boost him, telling him how intelligent he is, how awesome he did something, and give him all this encouragement. Men love that kind of stuff, and so you got to just know how to do it. Also, you got to make eye contact, Cheryl, when you're in the store. Like okay, I went to the gym tonight for the first time. I want to get in there and work out. This guy walk in. He looking, and so I started looking too. And then I put the weight thing and look over at him again, and he looking too. You just gotta play with it a little bit. Just let him know you looking.
I'm
But
looking.
but
Not
sometimes
like that,
what
Cheryl. Not like, oh, she said not like that. Okay, all right.
sometimes
I need the
sometimes
how to look class.
so, listen, but sometimes we play so hard to get,
Hmm.
or like if he's trying to look, you trying to look off the other way and hoping
Right.
that it's gonna. But no, lately now I'm looking back too. I'm looking and I'm giving you the eye and I'm looking you up and down and you look at I'm giving that whole little thing. Yeah, let's do this flirt class. I
Okay,
got it.
we will have to
Bring it on.
schedule. Okay,
Yeah,
ladies,
because
we
you
have
know
been
that
talking
it
behind
really
the scenes
does.
about
It
doing
really
something in
really does
spring.
work.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say
Yeah.
it again, Sharon.
Oh, I said flirting really really does work. I know long time ago, look, long time ago, back
Uh-huh.
in the day, there was this guy that he was staring at me, and I did one of my leans, and I said,
All right, I'm taking notes. Okay, I'm looking. See, Robert, I'm looking at her. See, I'm checking it
he
out.
didn't say anything, and I didn't say anything with my lips, but I said
Exactly.
everything with my eyes. And
Hmm.
by the time we did come where we were in talking range, he said, I thought you were going to stop looking. I said, but why?
Okay.
There you
That's
go.
right.
I'm taking notes. All right. See, I'm
I
Robert.
I
I'm
don't
taking
I don't
notes.
need to back down. Mm-mm. You
So what do
looking?
you do,
I'm
Cheryl?
looking.
Girl, I told
So
y'all
what
I
do you
flunked
do? Like,
flirting.
so I'm just asking.
And
Like, what do
for
you
those that
do?
are of,
Like,
of over 40, we need to learn how to flirt. I'm the number one. I flunked flirting. I for
when you
me,
see a nice guy, what do you do?
I
Oh,
may
he
notice
nice.
him, huh?
What do you say? Oh, he nice. That's so nice.
Uh,
What?
I may notice him, but here's the thing, y'all may not know is I'm bashful. So even though I notice him, 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna let him know that I noticed him, and maybe that's the mistake.
It is.
It
You got to
is.
stop. You got to stop that as of
And
tonight.
let me just tell you something,
Y'all see
Cheryl.
all these
You
y'all write these tips down.
look, Cheryl, let me just tell you something. You got one of the best things working on your behalf.
What's
Let me tell
that?
you what it is. You know the word of God. So here's my favorite line. You are fearfully and wonderfully made by God. He did
Hey.
a real good job.
She is
And I
throwing out
appreciate
the
and thank God
word on the.
for what he has done.
Oh my
Because he
gosh.
did it.
I would love to
You
be on
see?
Cheryl's first date. Me and
Hey,
Sharon sitting over at the table
Oh no, I can't
watching.
have y'all gawking on the next table over.
I would love it. They got to make a show too. We got to be on live TV
Oh
on
no,
somebody
ma'am. Oh
network.
no,
wait,
ma'am.
wait, Chrissy. We'll have in our headpieces
Now
telling
do
Cheryl
this.
what to do and say.
And then Jennifer said that might work. Oh no.
I can see
Y'all will
her.
not be in my ear saying, now say this.
I can see Cheryl not talking about, now hold on now. She'll be like, hit that table and say, now hold on now.
So they gotta coach me through it. They gotta coach me
Well,
through it. Because it's been a minute since I've been in a relationship. So I'm gonna have to learn all over. But I think it'll be fun.
even if it's just the flirting and then you go to the house.
Oh, I like
That's
that, Jennifer.
yes, right,
That's a
Jennifer.
good one.
I
That's a
told you.
good one.
I'm writing this
You know
down.
the word. Look, Jennifer, here's another one. Come, let us reason together. Ah, come on now.
Oh gosh, okay. We throwing
Let me see that right there.
biblical
Lord, my
flirting.
shepherd, I
Biblical
see what I
flirting.
want.
We-
Okay. Now,
It's gonna be called. It's gonna be called biblical flirting 101.
okay.
Yes.
Biblical flirting. Oh, what am I? Oh, that's what I was saying, ladies. We're behind the scenes. We're thinking about doing something in the spring of next year, and so y'all, we'll have biblical flirting 101 as a part of this retreat. So for people like me, if you flunked like me, or if you got a C up or low, we'll be up leveling your game during our little get together. We're gonna wait till the pandemic kind of go all the way down when we can move about the country and maybe go somewhere nice and tropical and have some, good girl fun.
Yes.
And that will be one of the things that we do. And I won't be teaching nothing, but I will be sitting up with my pen and pen like, that's okay. Say that. Okay.
Like you do, but but too, Cheryl, it's not just all in what you say. It's your body movements.
Body language, okay.
It's body language. It's your eyes. It's your gestures.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have you work everything, baby, from the head
Work
to
it
the feet.
all, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
All right.
you got this, Cheryl. You got you.
I'm after
Drop
I take the
something on
class
purpose.
and
You gotta drop
y'all
something on
remember
purpose,
send
too.
me some inboxes, some good instructions and stuff to do because God might want to move before the class come, and I'm gonna
Come
need some
on.
instructions already.
Look, Merry Christmas.
What did somebody say? It's almost cuffing season.
Yeah.
Although I won't be cuffing, I like permanent stuff. But anyway, but I am taking
I
notes.
thought about that. It'd be nice to have somebody for the holidays this year. I done went several years with. I mean, I invited a gentleman last year, but again, he was a gentleman that was he travels and he was starting a business in this area. But again, he was like 25 years old. And then we posted a picture and people was commenting, "Oh, I see you with that young guy. Cousin, what you doing with that young guy?" I mean, I started seeing all this stuff. I said it was nothing like what y'all thought. But that's how people do you. That's how they do
Okay,
you.
well, and here's the thing. People are gonna talk. They're gonna talk
Exactly.
if you are with someone of a different race. They're gonna talk if you're with somebody younger. I don't care if
Younger.
they're gonna talk if you're with somebody your same age because they'll be like, "Oh, Chrissy's finally got somebody now. Who is this?" They're gonna talk. Give them something to talk about. Just whatever. Just whatever.
That's good. Give them something to talk about, and I'm
Yes.
ready.
Just what
I
about
know,
internet
right,
dating?
Chrissy? Because you're talking about the holidays, that the hard
Yeah.
part for me
Yes.
is because my birthday is Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That
Okay, so
makes it
do we need to
even.
be praying for y'all to have somebody for the holiday season?
Yep.
Okay, everyone that's online and those that will be watching the replay, we need you to go forth in prayer for three good, godly, wonderful men
CCS.
for us for the
CCS.
huh? Okay. for, for the holiday season.
Woo.
And if you are single in these streets and that is your desire too, put that in the thank you, Tamika. She is praying for
Amen,
us. She is
Tamika.
praying for us. If you are single in this season and if that is your request too, drop your name, not your name, but drop a thumbs up in the comments so we can be touching and agreeing that the Lord come through before we get to 2022.
You know what? That is so funny. I got to
Right.
find this post that I
Did not
have
make the
about.
rhyme.
Yes, ma'am,
if
it
you
rhymes.
Listen. I have this post. I gotta find it so I can share it with you. It's about like for the holiday season. If you're a single woman needing a good Christian guy for like your holiday events, and I gotta find it where he says for a certain amount of money he'll do this, this, and that, and then for the top package he will even pray over the dinner. So it was like okay, so I said, and he'll throw us a shine on the nose. So it had the whole layout on prices. I'm about to find it. It was funny. It was very funny.
Okay,
But it's
yeah,
just-
find that. We have
Yes.
April on there. So we're touching and agreeing for April as well. Yes, that God
Oh,
would,
everybody want
that God
everybody
would
wants
send them
somebody for
through
the holidays.
good godly
Look,
men.
Sherelle said 4 of us now. That
That
includes
means
her.
5. Okay, so Sherelle is added 2. Y'all let us know in the comments. Y'all think I'm playing? We praying for real.
Yeah.
We
I
ain't playing.
need 2021 to be the last time of singleness.
Yes. So could I have
Oh,
a
God.
year like with a booth for the holidays and for that I actually want to?
I told y'all I am
Yeah.
tired of being in church and they say tell your neighbor, and I have nobody to say tell your neighbor anything, and I'm ready to have him standing right there so I could do just that.
Y'all, let's pray because Chrissy want a neighbor.
I keep doing this. Look, I just keep doing this.
Yes. Talk to
That's
yourself.
okay.
Talk to yourself.
Oh my
Okay, so
God.
but what do you guys think about what they used to do, the 8-minute dating?
You mean
What
like
do you
the
think
what
about
is
that?
the
Speed
speed
dating.
dating? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all a funny
We
story.
need to do that. We need to do a Christian one.
When we were in Dallas, they did a speed dating. They did a speed dating event, and it was my sisters and some of our girlfriends, and we all said, "Oh yeah, we gonna do it." It was the whole event was for speed dating, and so we went out. Girlfriends, we gonna hang out. We gonna do speed dating, and all of us backed out and made my other sisters do it. We're like, "We ain't do it. You go ahead." "Oh, you gonna do it?" "No, we ain't gonna do it no more."
That's so wrong. That's so
He
wrong.
has not let us forget that, like to this day, that we did it like that. But
Oh
I
my
would do speed dating. Jennifer asked about internet dating. I've done internet dating before. I'm not averse to doing that. I just saw somebody I follow on Instagram talked about this new Christian online dating app. It's called Upward. I think it's Upward dating or something like that.
Oh my.
That sounds strange.
Yeah, I don't I guess that they were saying like upward as far as godly or whatever, but I don't mind doing it. I just know that people can be whoever they want to be online.
Yeah.
Never mind, people can be whoever they want to be in person too.
That part.
But so I'm not averse to it. What do y'all think about it? Would you do online dating?
I
I
haven't,
have not
but I
done it so far. So
I'm gonna try.
She looking like no.
I'm sure it's interesting. I think, like you said, people can put out there whatever they want to. And sometimes it's just like, do I feel like being, I spy with my little eyes?
Yeah.
Do I feel like being a detective?
Right,
You
right.
know, I don't know. So it's just like, I may try it though. Swipe left, swipe right, swipe up, swipe down,
I'm
swipe
thinking
into
it
Right,
may
this.
be a fun
right,
thing to do. I
right,
mean, I hear people saying
right.
that they're doing it now. So I don't know. I would try. But see, my biggest thing is that I get crazy people. And
Well,
that's what I even
don't do
be
Tinder
in.
then. That's the swipe left, swipe right. Don't do Tinder. Okay,
Oh,
and
okay. So don't
not
do
that I have
Tinder.
ever done Tinder, but I hear Tinder is more hookup. Right. They're not
I
looking
don't
for
want that
like
one.
long term relationships. So yeah, don't swipe.
How about Black People Meet? Anyone did Black People Meet?
I've never done Black People Meet.
Okay. Sharon, I looked over there. I was about to ask you.
Sharon hasn't done online dating, so she's still thinking and praying about it.
Yeah, that whole thing just, and I
It's
think
a
it's
lot.
because look here's my humble, open, and transparent moment. I used to look at Catfish. And
Yes.
Oh, okay.
that whole show got me freaked out. That thing just took me for another loop. So that whole
Yeah.
internet thing just made me just like, honey, I don't know what y'all doing. I think I'd be talking to this man, and the next thing you come out with this big burly woman that she decided that she wanted to be a man, and she wanted to, and I just be
Yeah.
sitting up there like, Bertha, I'm gonna need you to go back.
But see,
No,
Whole
ma'am.
combination.
for me, I could never understand Catfish because
Yeah.
I could never see how you could go that long without seeing the person.
Yeah,
Like,
that part right
I'm
there.
not gonna date you
It
for
taught
a
me a
year
lot.
and call ourselves like in an inclusive relationship, and I have not laid eyes on you. The devil is a lie. Nope.
It
Yeah.
taught me
we
because I
friends
had
on the
some
phone.
instances like that.
No,
I
have to
actually
see
had
you.
some instances. And this last guy, I said to him, because he was sending me all these little sweet love nothing stuff. This was just like a month ago. And so I said, how about we FaceTime? He said, where I am, they don't allow it. He was talking about something. And then when he said the Taliban, I said, boy, you done. Like I can't. Like you done gave away. He had this picture of him being this nice black man with his little boy. But then he said something about the Taliban. I said, I'm done because you just gave
Oh
yourself
wow.
up. But I get the crazy stuff. I have always gotten the crazy stuff. So that's what makes me a little skeptical about that.
Yeah, if you ask somebody to do FaceTime and they consistently come up with an excuse
And
why
they
they can't
can't.
do it, something's awry. Something's
Yeah.
wrong.
Exactly.
Something's
Yeah.
wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh Lord, Jennifer.
Oh.
BlackChristiansMeet.com. Married man on BlackChristiansMeet.com.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah, it's
I so can't.
I didn't enjoy online dating. I tried it. And like I said, it's not that I wouldn't do it in the future, but I just everyone that knows me knows number one, I'm not a phone person
Yeah.
at all. I'm like, if we on the phone more than 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, can we meet somewhere and talk? Cause this about to run me high. This about, I can't. That's not my thing. I like in person contact, so I would prefer meeting somebody because I can. My discernment is real high. So I
When you
can
see
see
them in
them.
person.
Hey,
So, but after you meet them though, Cheryl, and you
right.
guys have had conversation, then you're okay with having those phone conversations, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
okay after like if I've met you and we're talking or we're dating, especially if we don't live in the same city. I don't have a problem. I've dated long distance before. I don't have that kind of problem or that kind of issue. It's just that
Yeah.
like, is that's all we're gonna be doing is talking on the phone? Mm-mm. Nope.
Yeah.
So, which do you prefer, the long distance or if he was right there in the same city with you?
Either or, either or. I can do long distance. A lot of men a lot of times don't like long distance. They would prefer someone in the city that they live in. That's been my experience. Men prefer whoever they're dating to be in the city. I don't actually have a problem with long distance, so he can be long distance. He can be in my city. I don't have those, either or. I don't mind.
Yeah. Long distance for me is yeah. I d-
You can't
mm-mm.
do it.
Because here's the thing, if I'm in it, right?
I like
Right.
it.
I'm with Robin. We need to be able to touch and
Touch
agree.
and agree.
Because at the same time, if I'm dating you
Hmm.
and we're in a relationship and you're long distance and I still gotta spend the holidays by myself,
Woo.
or I gotta still wait to be able to go out on a date with you, and I just gotta talk. Yeah, no, I'm gonna need to be able to lay hands on you suddenly. Yeah, I know the Bible
Because he
says
could
lay
have a
hands
whole
on no
nother
man
life.
suddenly.
Because he could have a whole nother life going on, and it's happened. Where men. I've been in some situations. I think I mentioned that there was the one guy we couldn't even go out on my birthday, Valentine's Day. We didn't go out, and then to find out the reason why, because his wife's birthday was the same date as my birthday.
Chrissy
Well, see,
Chronicles, get it
yeah,
here. You hear it here first.
okay.
You hear it here
In my
first.
situation, when
How
I
does
dated
that
somebody
happen?
long distance, there was nothing awry like that.
Right.
When it was holidays, he was with me. I was
Oh,
either
see, I
there
like
or
that.
he was here with me. So I didn't have those. We can't do Valentine's because my wife wanted to be with me on Valentine's Day. So, she kind of wanted to spend. I don't know why. I don't know why she wanted to be with me on Valentine's Day. It was if it was a holiday, we were together wherever we were.
Oh, I just think though, right, Robin. When folks show you who they are, please believe them. But
Right.
I
Exactly.
just think though, the when you're long distance, and it's not just the holidays. I may just want to go out on any kind of day, on a Wednesday or Saturday, or
Hmm.
a Monday or what have you. Um,
Right.
or just want to go sit in the park, or do you want to go walk and
Yes.
exercise and things of that nature. And if you're
Right.
long distance, that just makes those things a little bit harder. And
Right.
for me,
Yeah.
I don't know how to really just build.
Yeah,
If
Right.
I,
it's
you
been
know, because some people get kidnapped by, their significant other or something. And so yeah, I want somebody to be able to come kidnap me too, and just be like, hey, I want you for the day. I got you for the day. Put your phone up, down. Don't do this. You are not taking any meetings. You are not doing anything. The only thing you're doing is spending the day with me. And I'd be like, okay,
yeah, ready for it.
Yeah,
let me
and
go
you know
ahead
what
and
you
let
want.
everybody know I ain't available.
Yeah, and I think that's important. And I think we talked about this in an
That's
earlier
funny.
episode. You know what you like, you know what you want, you know what you need. Excuse me, out of a relationship. And if long distance doesn't work for you, you know that the man that you
Mm-hmm.
date has to be in the same city with you, and that's something you need to know. Not saying
Yeah.
that dating long distance is easy, but for me it worked. It worked for me, so I don't mind doing it. But you got to know you. You
Ooh.
got to know you, and you got to know what you want and what you're looking for. So.
Yes. Yes, Robin, you did. But praise the Lord, you made it back. You made it.
All right, Tamika says, I'm dating long distance right now. It has challenges, of course, but ultimately it's a matter of knowing he's worth it. We spend most holidays together, but we're only 3 hours away.
Okay.
Okay.
See, yeah, I mean, and for some people it worked.
It
I've
worked.
been in a couple of long distance relationships, and they worked. Okay, we didn't get married, but
Oh yeah.
they were very fruitful relationships. I'm still cordial to all of them. It was nice, child.
Yeah.
She said, I'm gonna need to touch in the morning. To just walk away if necessary.
That's so
Oh yeah.
great. That's so great.
That's hilarious. But you know what you
Okay.
want, and so get what you want, and know what's a deal breaker. What is like, no, I like you. I think you're really nice, but you live in another state, and I'm not gonna be able to do that. And
Or another country.
okay, now I don't think I'm crossing waters, but you could be a couple of hours away,
Chrissy,
but you can't be
come
in
back.
Pakistan.
Chrissy,
I'm
come
sorry.
back.
No, sir.
There was? I mean, never mind. Okay.
Come on, we
And
need
like I
one more for
said,
the
if
books.
that's okay with you, if you are okay with dating somebody that's not, in the country and that'll need a green card to come over to see you, then that's on you.
Yes.
That's
Oh
up.
my
That's on you. So,
You did not say need a green card. I can't.
but we hope y'all have gotten some tips on
God.
dating after 40. We've got so many things opening up horizons, dating outside of your race, maybe dating somebody younger than you, getting online, and dating online. There's things that can open up avenues to make the dating pool bigger for you. Learning, getting in the flirt class that we're gonna have soon. We might have to do that online instead of waiting to
Yeah.
get in person.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes,
Oh,
see.
this is
honey.
good.
What are the deal breakers, y'all? Another country, 2 states away, shorter than me. Um, I'll let y'all go. What are y'all deal breakers? And then we'll cut off for tonight. Deal breakers. Go, ladies.
Yeah, I don't want to do that whole in another state thing. That
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, that just kind of wears on me. I think I'm a huh? Oh, I ooh, I just I just saw that comment come
Oh,
up
from
and I went,
Tamika.
"Ooh, okay." But yeah, deal
I've
breakers
done it.
for
I
me
have.
in another state.
Okay.
That would be a no for me.
Okay.
I mean, if it's in driving, I don't like doing road trips. Y'all know me; I'm always on an airplane.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I don't want anybody where I have to just get on the road and I'm on the road for, you know, 3, 4, 5 hours. I mean, now if it's somebody that, we really love one another and we're going to come together and eventually come meet somewhere in the middle, then I'll try it. But that whole driving thing, he would be
Right.
doing most of the driving because, yeah, I would have to
Yeah.
be on a plane if I'm going. Meet me at the airport. you know,
Yeah.
dating a pastor, have mercy, Jesus.
I've done
I
it.
yeah, I've dated a pastor before.
Yep. I've done that.
So deal breakers, Chrissy.
The deal breakers,
Yes.
no
What are your deal
job.
breakers? No job. Okay.
I haven't done shorter than me, so I don't know if I don't want to look down on him. I
Right.
want to be able to look up.
Mhm.
Um, and he needs to be in his right mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it good and simple.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
Uh,
stupid.
I, I don't have. Let me see. Another country is a deal breaker for me.
Yeah,
Now he doesn't
Yeah.
have to be in my same city. He could be in another state, but another country, no, that is a deal breaker.
yeah.
Um, you'd have to be real short to be shorter than me. So I won't. I no, you can't be shorter than me. I'm sorry. I guess that's another one. You can
Yeah.
be like. You don't have to be like gargantuan.
Same height.
You don't. I
Same
prefer
height.
taller men. Like if he was like 5'5", 5'6", I ain't gonna trip off of that. No, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say like no. I don't have to be in. No, I don't have that. That's not an issue for me. I have dated a pastor before. Will I date one again? It depends.
I'll date one again.
Yeah, it would depend on who it. Cause I don't. You date a pastor, you gotta be in church all the time. So I don't know. If I. So, uh,
I must skip that one.
yeah, yeah.
Sharon, you just gonna skip?
I'm a minister,
Yeah, I'm gonna
and I
skip that
don't know
one.
if I want that life. Um,
I
but
just
it's
saw the
just
inches and didn't read the whole thing, and I saw inches and I was thinking something else, and I had to go
Oh,
back and look at the whole thing.
y'all extend your hands. Everybody that's on the broadcast, extend your hands to Chrissy right now in the name of Jesus. Lord, send the boo by Christmas. We can make some arrangements, huh? In the name. Call
Because the
them
first
now
thing
in the
I
name of
said,
Jesus.
72 inches is too much. Like I had to look again. I had to stop. Oh, I so
Okay,
love you,
I said
Chrissy.
y'all extend y'all hands. I see that nobody extended your hands and started the
I don't know
prayer.
if y'all saw how big my eyes got. I said 72 inches. What is she talking about?
Not I
oh,
said Robin to dating pastors.
no to Robin dating pastors. Oh,
Okay, so Robin is not with the pastor thing. You'd have to have the right one.
Yeah.
Let me clarify that. You'd have to have the right one. A lot of pastors that I know, well, and I'll say it's 50-50. Depends. Um, he has to be of the mind that the church belongs to God,
Yes.
and not see the church as his. And so
Exactly.
he'll have to be very balanced in how he pastors and how he sees that, and making sure that you are a priority and that you don't get cast aside, and it's the church first, and then no, the church is God's bride. You have one, go minister to her. So it'd have to be a different kind of pastor. So to me, that's the only thing is you gotta you have to. Yeah, she said never ever, never ever. Tamika said
yeah.
she's dating a pastor now. Eh,
All right.
Girl, do
Go
you?
ahead.
If and because it can work. Of course it can work.
Yeah.
Um, if you know what you want, and he knows what he wants, and he knows how to balance that and make sure that you're a priority while still making the church a priority as well. If he can
Mm-hmm.
balance that well, girl, yes,
And
yes,
that there has to be that balance. You have to have that balance, and I think for me as a preacher's kid, a pastor's kid, yeah, you see so much,
mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot. It's a lot, especially if there's not that balance. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't,
Exactly.
and if you don't communicate, if the
Right.
pastor, if your husband does not understand that his home is the first ministry,
Yes.
I don't understand. You cannot prioritize and say that church and marriage or church and marriage is on the same level. It's not.
Not supposed to
It's
be.
Mm-hmm.
not. And if people don't have that conversation,
Yes.
if he is putting the church and the church members and the church meetings and the church boards and all of this, before ministering to you, and I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna stop. The one thing that always blessed me, especially when I came into ministry and had my girls, the one thing that always blessed me is that my girls wanted to come with me whenever I ministered. That
Mm-hmm.
was important to me because they knew what
Mm-hmm.
I was doing at home.
Right.
They
Mm-hmm.
knew that I never put anything, before them, that I did ministry at home before I did ministry abroad.
Right.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They
Yeah.
knew that, what they saw from the pulpit was the same thing that they saw at the house.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
when it was time for, them to have their, things at school or whatever like that, they knew that I was going to show up. I know how to say no. I have the gift of saying no. And so therefore that has to be, a part of a relationship too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, go Mayor. Don't set it off. Don't set it off.
Oh
Lord,
my
don't send
gosh.
her nobody in just she just want regular dude. You love the Lord just regular. 'Cause
Yeah, Robin.
we can have church fights going on and
I know, right? I know. But it's tough. So Tamika, I applaud you, and
Yeah.
definitely,
yes,
I believe that there are people that are graced
yes,
to be
Mm-hmm.
you
married
better be.
and date pastors. There are people that grace, and I'm not saying that I will never date one. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying that I would never date a minister or a preacher or what have you. But you have to have the grace to be able to, to do that.
Yes,
You
yes.
really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
So,
do have to
It's
be
very
anointed for that
demanding.
assignment.
and
And anointed
but
for
here's the
him,
thing too,
that
guys.
man.
Even with us,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
we're all ministers,
Yes,
Yep.
and Chrissy is not just a minister, she's a pastor.
yes,
Yep.
So even with us, we have to learn how to balance. We
Yep.
have
absolutely.
to, yeah, we have to learn how to balance just like that. So when we're with the regular dudes, Robin,
Yes,
hmm
I
we got
test.
to we have to learn how to balance just as well as they do. So we can't
Yeah.
always say, well, I got to go do this and I got to go do that. Well, I'm busy on this front and I got this business over here and I have the church members, and somebody wants me to give them a signed copy of my book. And yeah, we have to also learn how to balance as well.
Exactly.
So
True,
yeah, that
Exactly.
goes for us too.
true.
Exactly.
And that's a great segue. As we close out this evening, I hope y'all have gotten value from it. If you have, y'all share this with somebody, whatever platform you're on. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, share this because in our next episode, we're going to be talking about the challenges of being a single woman in ministry, what that looks like. How do you date as a single
Woo.
woman in ministry? How do you navigate that area? So that's what we're gonna be talking about on next week. So y'all get ready. It's yeah. We gon' all of us are in ministry,
I
and
think I'm gonna be drinking wine next week for this one.
Look, I think I quit ministry. But
go lay down. Right. So we're gonna talk about that on next week. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Y'all are always such an amazing, amazing audience. Can't wait to that we can do something like this, like live in person. So y'all be praying about some things we got up our sleeve. But you all have a fabulous, fabulous evening. Don't forget to share, and we'll see you next week.
bye bye.
Toodles.